We spend our lives chasing tomorrows that never arrive. We run after promises of happiness, thinking it's hidden in the next day, the next goal, the next dream. But the truth is this: the future is a trap, and your freedom is only here, only now. Have you noticed how much of your life is spent waiting? Waiting for the weekend, waiting for the next paycheck, waiting for the right moment to start living. We are constantly preparing for a life that never begins. We believe happiness lies somewhere ahead, after success, after recognition, after approval. And yet, when tomorrow arrives, it is always disguised as today. The future never comes the way we imagine. The only time we ever truly have is this moment, this now, and yet we trade it away like it has no value, thinking the future will somehow reward us. But the secret is this: the reward is here. The treasure is already in your hands, and it's called the present. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I'll be happy when? I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll be happy when I find love. I'll be happy when I have money"? Each of those statements ties your joy to a future that does not exist. By doing this, you set a condition for happiness that can never be fulfilled. Because when you get the job, the mind invents a new condition. When you find love, it imagines another requirement. The trap is endless. You're always postponing life, always rehearsing, but never performing. And the truth is, life is happening right now, not tomorrow, not next year, not when your plans finally work out. The stage is already lit, and you are standing in the center of it. The future is a mirage, a desert trick that makes you walk endlessly, believing water is ahead. You keep running toward it, but when you arrive, there is nothing, it fades. Then you see another mirage in the distance, and the chase begins again. This is the life of those who are caught in the trap. They never taste the fullness of now, because they are thirsty for tomorrow. But when you stop chasing and stand still, you realize the oasis was not out there. It was inside you all along. This is the power of presence. You see, the mind loves to pull you into the future because it is restless. It wants control. It wants certainty. And it tells you once you figure out tomorrow, you will be safe. But tomorrow never comes. So the mind never rests. It is like being locked in a room with a barking dog that never stops. You think, if I can just give the dog what it wants, it will be quiet. But no matter what you give it, it barks again. The only way to find peace is to step out of the room. And that means stepping out of the illusion of the future and into the silence of the present moment. What is the present moment? It is everything real. It is the breath filling your lungs right now. It is the sound of my words as you hear them. It is the beating of your heart that you did not command, yet it gives you life. This is not tomorrow. This is not later. This is happening, and it is enough. The present is not small, not incomplete, not a stepping stone. It is vast. It is whole. It is all there is. To return to the now is to return to your power, because only now can you act. Only now can you love. Only now can you live. The future is a trick that makes you feel unprepared. It whispers, "Not yet, you're not ready. You need more time. You need more skills. You need more money." And so you delay. But life does not wait for you to be ready. Life is happening whether you act or not. You don't need to prepare forever. You need to begin now. The trap of the future makes you a prisoner of someday, and someday is just a word for never. If you don't live today, you will not live tomorrow either, because tomorrow will also be disguised as today, and you will repeat the cycle, break the cycle. Choose now. Think of how children live. They don't worry about next week. They don't rehearse their joy. They don't wait for permission to be alive. If there's music, they dance. If they're hungry, they eat. If they're tired, they sleep. They live directly, fully in the now. And that is why their laughter is pure, their joy infectious. They have not yet been trapped by the illusion of the future. They know instinctively that life is now. But as we grow older, we are taught to delay. We are told, study now so you can work later. Work now so you can retire later. Sacrifice now so you can enjoy later. And in the process, we forget how to live. Later never comes. Only now remains. The most powerful truth is this: the quality of your life does not depend on the future. It depends on how deeply you can enter this present moment. If you can breathe fully now, if you can be grateful now, if you can love now, you have everything. You don't need to wait for conditions to be perfect. You don't need to wait for permission. Happiness is not something you pursue. It is something you allow right now. It is not hidden in tomorrow. It is available in this breath, in this step, in this smile. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a river. The water flows, carrying leaves, carrying branches, carrying reflections of the sky. That river is time. The future is upstream. It never reaches you. The past is downstream. It has already gone. The only place you can touch the river is here, where you stand. If you reach too far ahead, you grab nothing but air. If you reach back, you grab only memory. But if you dip your hand into the water right now, you feel it, you taste it, you experience it. That is the present. That is life. You must understand, the future is useful for planning but dangerous for living. Plan, yes, but do not live in the plan. Dreams can guide you, but do not mistake them for reality. Reality is this moment. When you eat, eat. When you walk, walk. When you love, love. Do not live life in rehearsal for a performance that never begins. The stage is already set. The music is already playing. The performance is now. And here's the greatest secret. When you stop chasing the future, you unlock its power anyway, because everything you want in the future, peace, love, success, freedom, can only be created here, in the now. Your choices today shape tomorrow, but the choice is never made in tomorrow. It is always made now. So by returning to the now, you are not abandoning your future. You are empowering it. You are laying its foundation with presence, with clarity, with action. Stop and look around. This is it. The miracle you were waiting for is not coming tomorrow. It is happening right now. The future is a trap, a dream that keeps you asleep. But the now is reality. Awake, alive, breathing. To return to the now is to wake up from the dream and step into truth. So when your mind tells you, tomorrow will be better, remind yourself tomorrow never comes. When it says, wait until you're ready, answer, I am ready now. When it says, life will begin someday, declare, life is happening today. This is your moment. This is your freedom. This is your life. Return to the now, because the future is a trap, and now is everything. The future never truly arrives, because it is always imagined but never touched. Every time you say tomorrow, what you really mean is another version of now that hasn't come yet. Life cannot be postponed, because it does not wait for anyone. You cannot eat tomorrow's meal today, nor breathe tomorrow's air in this moment. The only ground you ever stand on is the present, and that ground is solid and alive. People waste years planning to live, but never truly living. They are always getting ready for a life that slips away unnoticed. To break this illusion, you must claim today with full awareness. The now is not a rehearsal for the future. It is the stage itself. The truth is, the future does not exist outside of thought. The present moment is the only reality you can ever hold. Chasing someday is one of the greatest traps the human mind creates. We postpone joy with the promise that happiness will arrive once we reach a new destination. We tell ourselves we'll be fulfilled when we succeed, when we're loved, or when we achieve what society expects. But that day never truly comes, because by the time it arrives, the mind invents another someday. This endless pursuit blinds us to the beauty of today. The sunlight already warms you, the breath already sustains you, and life already surrounds you. Yet you ignore it for a dream that doesn't exist. When you stop chasing someday, you see that the miracle you wanted has always been here. Joy is not something ahead. It is alive within this moment. The mind often convinces you that safety and peace are waiting in the future. It says that once you figure everything out, life will finally feel secure. But this is a lie, because tomorrow is uncertain, and certainty is an illusion. True peace is not found in what might come, but in what is happening now. The future is a projection, a movie playing in your imagination. But reality is the breath entering your lungs, the stillness surrounding you in this instant. You cannot calm your soul by running ahead. You can only find calm by resting where you are. To trust this moment is to step outside the prison of fear. The now is not fragile. It is powerful, steady, and alive. Happiness is not a reward waiting for you after you meet conditions. It does not live in the after of success, love, or wealth. It is here in this breath, in this step, in this heartbeat. When you link happiness to achievement, you lock yourself in a cycle of endless striving. You think peace will arrive later, but later never comes. The truth is, joy arises when you allow yourself to experience life without delay. Gratitude for the smallest details, the warmth of light, the sound of laughter, the beating of your heart, opens the door to real happiness. Stop postponing joy for a future that does not exist. You are alive now, and that is enough to celebrate. Happiness is not a destination. It is the way you walk through this very moment. Children understand something that adults forget. They live fully in the moment, without dragging the weight of the past or the worries of the future. When music plays, they dance. When they are hungry, they eat. When they are tired, they sleep. They are honest with their feelings, unashamed of their laughter, and unafraid of joy. Their presence is why their energy feels so alive and pure. Adults, on the other hand, are trained to delay life, to sacrifice now for later, but later never arrives, and they lose the wonder children naturally hold. To awaken is to reclaim that innocence, not by becoming childish, but by being childlike. When you remember to live directly, the world becomes vibrant again. The future can be a tool for planning, but it must never become the place where you try to live. It is wise to prepare for tomorrow, but dangerous to forget that tomorrow is only built from what you do today. Too many people get trapped in constant preparation, thinking they are moving forward while life passes them by. They mistake rehearsing for living, and by the time they want to perform, the moment is gone. The future should be a compass, not a cage. It can guide you, but it cannot feed your soul. If you use it wisely, it helps you direct your steps. But if you live inside it, you miss the path beneath your feet. The present is where all real life happens. Every single choice that shapes tomorrow is made now. You cannot make a decision in the future. You can only decide in this instant. Every habit you build, every action you take, every step you choose creates what comes next. So if you waste today, you also waste the seed of tomorrow. But if you live today with presence, intention, and clarity, you prepare the soil for tomorrow to flourish. This is why the now is not only where life is, it is also where your power lies. People who live in the future think they are in control, but they are trapped. Only those who live now create real change. The present is both the cause and the effect. It is the beginning of all beginnings. To return to the present is to return to freedom. The chains of fear, worry, and regret cannot hold you here. The illusions of control, of someday, of needing more, they vanish in the light of now. In this moment, you are not your past mistakes or your future anxieties. You are alive, breathing, aware, and capable. This is the only place where truth lives. The future is a trap, but the present is liberation. The future is a shadow, but the now is solid ground. To walk fully into this moment is to reclaim your power, your peace, and your purpose. Everything you thought was missing is already here. You only have to wake up and see it.